What's up, people? Frank Damon here. Today I want to do a book review. We're gonna review the Jurassic Park books. The first one, you guessed it, is called Jurassic Park. The second one is called The Lost World. Both of them are really good. The way Michael Crichton wrote them, amazing job. He really engaged me. The tense moments had me on the edge of my seat. So good. These books are better than cocaine. Everything is better than cocaine, though. That doesn't say anything. But these books are really, really, really great. They're not my typical read. I rarely read novels. The only the only novel I have read is from start to finish is The Lord of the Rings. Really enjoyed that one. But here we're gonna talk about this. About these ones. The first one I will give it a 10 out of 10. Like it's super good. It explains like the science, the reason of the park, the mentality of everybody. It has like a lot of action. It starts really, really, really strong. A lot of people die in the beginning, and not the typical victim that you expect. If you have seen like Pose, yeah, a baby gets eaten, and the fucked up thing about the baby is that the nurse covers it up so she doesn't get blamed for it. In my opinion, that's fucked up. But yeah, the second one I will give it like an 8 out of 10. Is again really good. The narrative is really great, but it's much slower. The book stats were like a college talk from me and Malcolm about extensions, and it's more like investigation and setting it up. The action starts like at the half of the book, but it's really good nevertheless. But it has less suspense. The first one is like full of suspense. A lot of people die in the first one, and after reading these books, I realized that the cinematographic universe of Jurassic Park is a lie. Like, well, the second movie straight up sucks. I don't like it. It's nothing like the book. Such a disrespect for the book. Sarah Harding, which is a character, is such a badass, and they wasted it. They wasted a perfect female lead character. It's, in my opinion, that's unacceptable because the plot of the first book is really, really, really good, and the movie is nothing alike. In the first movie, so many people die, so many trivial people that will allow like, well, that make the second movie plot like make a little sense. Still sucks, and allow the third and all the Jurassic World. They die on the first book. So it's straight up a lie. It's outrageous. We've been lied to our faces all this time. How dare you? How dare you lie to us like that? Although, although that lie led up to a movie with dinosaurs and Scarlett Johansson. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna dwell a little bit more on the books, so I might give you spoilers. I'm gonna tell you precisely who dies on the books that make no sense, make the movies have no sense after that. So if you don't want spoilers, get the fuck out of here. Get out. Leave now. You're gone. I warn you. Okay, so the first one, a teenager gets mauled. They try to cover it up like a work accent, like he got stuck like in a like in a some tool that works the land. But the doctor's like, there's no dirt on these injuries. There's actually something phony like saliva. This kid got mauled, and he says, no, he did not. I was there. I should know what happened to him. Don't you think? He did not got mauled. Spoilers. He did got mauled and by a raptor. Days later, well, that same night, a lady was giving birth. amazing. Later, next day is like a couple is going to a party. The wife is a little bit obnoxious, so self-aware of herself, and she critiques herself a lot. So she wants like a private beach to go to. They get there. The they have like a little daughter. The daughter is trying to live her life, but the mom is like, "Oh, come on, come, don't go so far. Put your sunscreen." And the kid ignores her. She finds a compy, Brachiosaurus, that are like the little green dinosaurs, and gets attacked by it. Nothing too bad. The kid survives. A doctor tries to like to find what happened. A biologist like it was some normal lizard, but the kid make a drawing of the dinosaur that attacked her, and that's not that lizard. So the doctor tries to find it, and like finds it on a monkey, and shoots at it, and sends like the remains like to a college or to a lab in New York, I think, and that's it. Then one night, uh, the nurse that helped the baby being brought to this world hears like chirping, and she's like, "Oh, that's so cute. It is a good omen to have like babies being visited by a bird when they're born." She gets into a room, and she sees three compies eating the baby from its face, and she freaks out. She's like, and she grabs like a brush, like I don't know how to say like scoba in English. I forgot the word right now, but like a broom. I think it's a broom. I think it's a broom, and she starts like, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" And she scares them off, and she's like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna be an issue for me because I left the baby alone. Fuck, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cover it up. I'm gonna cover it up. I'm gonna say that the baby heart like from a heart issue, which is common, so nobody's gonna think a thing of it." And she does that. Nobody thinks a thing of it, and and that's never touched again in the plot. What an asshole! The lady's an asshole. Gran, Doctor Setter. I forgot the name, the first name of Doctor Setter, but that's like Gran's girlfriend. Ian Malcolm, Gennaro. Gennaro is funny because in the movie he has a hilarious death, which I respected. But in the movie he's a wimpy, weak guy. In the book he's a muscular, strong guy, which is actually very important for the plot and the surviving of the survivors. Sorry for the redundancy. Um, John Hammond is like a fucking asshole. He's more charismatic in the movie. In the book, he is more of a rich asshole, which uses his charisma to get away with things. In the book, you don't see those charismatic moments. Only when he's like maybe talking to Grant or his. But yeah, he's more of a rich asshole that gets killed. It's funny. The Nedry part is pretty much the same thing. Nedry is pretty much the one that screws everyone up. Uh, the kids are in the movie. Uh, they explain like the science on it. To be honest, I didn't found any bullshit on it. Like I cannot argue with it because I'm not genetic scientist, so I cannot be like that makes no sense. So in this case, ignorance is a bless. I cannot argue with it. It makes sense. I don't know if by me make saying this, some genetic scientist is gonna be like, "Bro, you're an idiot. That ain't real." Okay. uh, Again, I'm not genetic scientist, so I couldn't question it. So, like, if you are like if you have like no studies on it, you can definitely enjoy it and don't question it and go with it. good. It's like the way they explain it kind of makes sense. They combine frog DNA to the dinosaurs, so that's pretty much the issue. Frogs are hermaphrodites, so they can change sex. So if you make all the dinosaurs female, some are gonna grow a dick and start fucking and having babies. You know, that's the way of life. If you're all woman, somebody get somebody gotta become the man and start doing the fucking. um, yeah, Arnold dies. That's one death that is respected in the movie. Harding, Hardling, the hunter guy, he survives. Henry Wu dies. Henry Wu dies trying like to help uh, Dr. Zero. He dies. He's killed. The Raptors are way more involved in the book. There's even a scene where Grant and Cedar go to a nest and they study like they kind of study them and see their behaviors. The Raptors are way like they're super organized. They have like their hierarchy well organized. There's a baby T-Rex. The baby T-Rex is pretty much the one that does the killing. The big T-Rex, the female T-Rex, the adult T-Rex is pretty much helps move the plot, but it doesn't kill anybody. The scene when he crashes, like the T-Rex bones doesn't happen. Like the raptors are pretty much the ones that are in the lodge and trying to kill everybody, and they're the ones that causing the mayhem, that are making it impossible to activate the power and all of that. Ian always get hurt. Ian gets hurt in both books, and he always tripping with morphine. And the way John Hammond dies is hilarious. The kids are trying to his nephews are trying to recover like control of the park, and doing so they find something like they can recreate the sounds of the dinosaurs. So they press like the T-Rex one, and John Hammond freaks out. Some other workers too, but John Hammond freaks out, runs through a hill, falls, breaks his ankle, and he gets found by compies and they eat them. This is something that is not explored in the books, that the compies have a poisonous bite. They kind of drug you, like it's kind of analgesic, so it's like a painkiller, so you don't like you are like you embrace that like more peacefully and dreamily more dreamily way. So it's not like, oh my god, I'm getting eaten alive. It's more like, oh my god, why am I falling asleep? I just want to do. I just don't want to do anything and just lay here, and the guy is getting eaten alive. So it's kind of interesting the way they put it. Um, when Grant and Seller are checking like the raptors' nets, the raptors are like staring at west, I think, or some cardinal direction, and they're like, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Why? And like, it takes them some time to figure out they want to migrate, and then a chopper picks them up and they blow up the island. This island is Isla Nublar. So yeah, that's the first book. I'm not going like super in depth because read it. Like these books are awesome, and they're not a long read. Like it really took me. It didn't took me much. Like I started reading them, and I stopped because I was going through some shit in my life. But as soon as I got back, I was super engaged again, super engaged again. And the second book is still engaging. It's just a little bit more slower. Like I said, it starts with like an academic talk of Malcolm talking about extinction and all of that. There's a rich guy, Levine. Pretty much he's the reason the plot happens. He's like, what if there's a lost world with dinosaurs? And Malcolm is like so annoyed by him. He eventually gives up and he's like, okay, if you find this lost world, we'll go and check it out. Just shut the fuck up. And so Levine starts doing the research, investigating, pulling strings, and he finds Isla Sonar. That was like a lab where InGen created the dinosaurs, and then they moved it to the park that is in Isla Nublar. So yeah, so it's a little bit more slower. Um, Levine gets in an accident, so he has to do community service. There he meets Arby and Kelly. In the movie, Kelly is Ian and Sarah's daughter. She's black. Ian and Sarah are white. Makes no sense. Clearly, she's adopted, which I don't like it because it's a way. It's such a wave. It's such a rough way, like to force Kelly into a movie. I didn't like it. Kelly is just a random kid with her own parents. Arby as well. Um, Levine doing his research. He gets he disappears. They try to like to find him and they call him and he's like in trouble. So they rush to the island and Ian, Thorne, and Ellie rush to the island. The kids want to go because they were supposed to go to a field trip. The others are like, hell no, we're not gonna take you there. There are fucking dinosaurs there. The kids manage like to sneak into the trailer and go to the island. Sarah was in Africa. She's let know and she's like, I'll try. I'll see what I'll see if I can go. She goes. She finds Dodson. She goes to the island through Dodson in a boat. Dodson tries to kill her. Uh, the guys, Ian, Thorne, Levine, are there like to study the dinosaurs, like to not intervene, just see how they behave. That's ruined. That's by Dodson because Dodson wants to steal the eggs of the dinosaurs, so he brought like a frequency, like a sound gun to stun the dinosaurs. He does it. He does this first to like a herbivore nest, so he managed to steal two eggs. And they're like, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So then they go for the T-Rex nest. Guess what? There's where shit screws up. Like Dodson is using the gun. Basilton and King are with him. King is freaked out, so he can he got out of the car, but he's like, oh man, I can't move. Basilton is pretty much the same, but he's like pushing it and and doing that. Uh, I think he steps on the dinosaur, like on the cup. How would you say cup? On the kid on the mini T-Rex. They're on the T-Rex nest. I don't know if I mentioned. I've been having trouble. Like I wanna say T-Rex and I say dinosaurs, so just to make sure they're on the T-Rex nest. So Basilton like steps on the baby T-Rex, breaks his leg, grabs one egg, takes it to a car, but then he can't move. He's so fucking scared because the T-Rexes are like staring at him because he took an egg and hurt the baby. So the T-Rexes are like, oh you motherfucker, I'm gonna take care of you, like you piece of shit. So Dodson is like, oh fuck, I'll do it myself, and he missteps, falls, breaks the sound gun. So the T-Rex launches into Basilton and fucking and eats him, and Dodson and King like run away. Dodson like crashes, falls off the car. The party, Ian's party goes to check if everything is okay. They see the T-Rex with his broken leg. It attaches to Ellie, and they're like, kill it. He won't survive it. Then he won't survive anyway. Turns out Ellie could not manage to do that, so he takes the T-Rex back to camp, and they're like, oh, you have pumas. That was a terrible mistake. Levan is like, you should have not done that. I, I, I wouldn't have done that. So Sarah and Ian like try to heal the T-Rex. Then the grown-ups come, like the mom and the dad, and they start at the camp. Like this moment's so tense. This is like the only thing that is respected in the movie, sort of, because in the movie so rushed. But in the book it's like so tense. Like the T-Rexes are staring. Sarah's like, this is not hunting behavior, and everybody's like, no shit. Of course they're here for the baby. And they return the baby. The dinosaurs destroy the trailer. Ian gets hurt, and he gets like knocked out. And Sarah is a badass. Sarah is a goddamn badass. She figures a way like to save Ian with the help of Thorn. And when this is happening, um, King wakes up. He thinks Dodson is dead. He grabs a car. He tries to get back to the boat to get the fuck out of the island. He comes across a herd of dinosaurs, so he can go through it. So he has to like to turn around. He crashes. Poor dumbass. So he tries to do it on foot. He gets in precisely like he's close the river, and in this place, the raptors try to hunt, and Levine, RB, Kelly, and Eddie were watching it, and they see King like coming up, and the raptors getting so near to him, and he gets jumped by the raptors, and the raptors are so aggressive they attack each other. Like they have like some organization when they're hunting. When once the hunt is done, like they're so chaotic they attack each other. So they kill King. One of the raptors finds like a candy bar and eats it. So after that, the raptors are like moving through the island, and they go through the high height where Levine, Eddie, Thorn, well, not Thorn. Thorn is rescuing Sarah and Ian. So when the raptors like go right below the high height, the raptor that ate the candy is like he finds a wrap. Levine, being the smart ass he is, he ate a candy bar and let the wrap like fall. So the raptor found it, and as soon as he smelled it, he looks straight up to Levine, and Levine is like, "Oh fuck, oh my god!" So the raptors start climbing the high height, and Arby fails. You hear bone cracking, and Eddie's gone. Arby managed to get into a cage they brought, like pretty much a dinosaur cage, resembling a shark cage. And they're like, Arby's like, get back, get back. The raptors like pretty much take Arby to his nest. One of the raptors got like the key of the cage, like on his snout, so he's trying to take it off, but he can't. So pretty much they divide. Sarah and Kelly try to hunt that raptor on an electric bike, and Thorn and Levine try to get Arby back with a car, with a fuel car. They brought an electric car, but that electric car got busted when he was trying to rescue Sarah and Ian from the trailer. So Thorn and Levine like go through it like such a fucking mess, and they managed to rescue Arby, and the cage got so fucked up that they just took Arby out of it. So the key was not necessary, even though Sarah was able to put it up. They go to a convenience store. The raptors stop chasing them, and everybody's like, why, why, why? But they're free of the raptors. Um, Thorn tries to find fuel. He's hears breathing, and he's like, I can swear something's there, but I cannot see it. Levine feels something's off, so he turns on the light, and he could see, and so Thorn and Levine could see like the shape of the Carnotaurus, and Levine is like, oh my god, I didn't know they could do that. Like I'm not biologist, especially for dinosaurs. I don't know where chameleons evolved from, but that's just pretty much InGen messing with genetics. It's not like an actual ability of the Carnotaur, but they're like so shocked by it, and that explains precisely why the raptors did not dare to come into that territory, because it's the Carnotaurus territory, and they are so skilled with this skin changing ability that everybody is afraid of their territory. So Levine starts turning off and turning on the light to make the dinosaurs anxious, and that worked. So they left, and they're safe. It comes day, Sarah has to go for the car. Sarah manages to go for the car. When she's at the car, Dodson appears. The T Rex appears as well, so Dodson tries to hide below the car where Sarah was. Sarah knows exactly what she needs to do right now, and she kicks Dodson out. The T Rex grabs him, and the T Rex, like, and Dodson is like, "Oh my god, I'm dead," and he's so ready for his death. But then he's not dead, and he's like screaming, wondering why the fuck I'm still alive. Sarah is still wondering why he's still alive. Everybody's still wondering why he's still alive. Sarah gets into the car, leaves. Datsun appears like more than once on the dinosaur's mouth and still alive, and everybody's like, what the fuck is this guy still alive? The T-Rex takes Dachshund to the nest, pretty much to help the baby T-Rexes learn how to hunt. So he takes him there, and Dachshund is like, "What the fuck is going on?" Every time he tries to escape, the T-Rex knocks him out. Then he beats his leg, and then the small T-Rexes start eating him. Amazing, not gonna lie. It's like that's the dead. You're like, fuck yeah, King. To be honest, and based on your, you feel a little bit bad for them because they're literally there because of Dodson. Nobody wanna be there. They're literally just following Dodson orders, and that's what got them killed. And they're pretty much they were not into Dodson trying to kill Sarah and all of that. So especially King. So it's a little bit sad and undeserving. But I mean that's, you're the dumbass that is following the dumbass. So I guess you're even dumber. Sarah gets the car. He goes to meet Thorn and, well, the crew, and it's day. The characters are not there because they're pretty much nocturnal, and and they they don't like they don't do much in the light because of this. They're like, they hunt more like in shadows and all of that shit, so they can take more advantage of the chameleon ability. So raptors appear. Kelly found that there's like a boat because Sarah tried to go to the helicopter, but the helicopter that they were gonna leave on, but the helicopter is like, oh, they're not here, so they left. So Kelly found like there were a boat. They are being attacked by raptors. Like they sneak into a hole. They meet with Sarah. Everybody get in the car. They get on the boat, and they're gone. Pretty much that's the book. I could go in more detail, but like I will take the fun of reading the book. The book is really, really, really great. Like, to be honest, these books are amazing. Again, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10 is because it's a little bit much slower. But again, it's a really good book, and pretty much to emphasize that I like this one more because it's kind of different but the same thing. But like the investigation parts on this one are like in between the action. This one is like investigation, 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 action, 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 action. So it's pretty much like 50-50. Like this one is well tingled in it. So yeah, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for Lost World, and 10 out of 10 for Jurassic Park. And I think that will be it. Really great books. After this, well, I'm reading Atomic Habits. I'm reading in Spanish those. Uh, I might do like review of that. It's actually a really good book. But like in novels, I might like do it like try Lovecraft stuff because I've heard he's good, and it's kind of, it will be like a similar genre than this. So it will be interesting to read that. I think I enjoy this type of novels. Again, this is not my typical read. I like more books like that are strategy, science, philosophy, business, all that stuff, because I do think that you can learn from every book. From every book, you learn language. When it's about novels, you learn language, and if there's like some message on lesson on the story, you learn that. But on a book log of strategy, you're learning language and strategy. So it's 2 plus 1. In like books like this, novels is just 1 plus 1. So it's still good, but that's why it's not my typical read. I still loved it. I really love these books, and I love dinosaurs, so I really have a great time reading these books.